Hello and welcome to another video from Alberta Bushcrafter. My name's Dean, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about a nice little piece of gear that'll help you pack more efficiently. I'm also going to test this. I'm starting to get some bugs. So this is the off clip-on fan. I'm going to see how it works. But back to the topic. I will apologize, by the way, if you hear some noise in the background. It is redneck rush hour here, meaning it's after 6:30, so everyone's wanting to come home to their place in the country, and it seems like every single train in existence is going by right now. Okay, this is just a regular summer weight sleeping bag. It's good down to 8 Celsius, 44 Fahrenheit. And first things first, that can sometimes be misleading. If you insulate well, you have a really good tent, you can add 5 to 10 degrees Celsius to the bottom end of your rating. This could keep you warm, theoretically, in freezing weather. I wouldn't want to chance it too much, though. There's another bag we'll look at that's a little more robust. But this is just a little bag, maybe 1.5 pounds. This, however, especially if you got a small hunting pack, this could take up a fair bit of space. So what we're going to do today, show you something that not a lot of people know about, and that's a compression sack. You're going to get an idea about how well these things work. So, works like so. I usually keep it, if it's in storage, I tie a little knot and keep it in. I usually keep my sleeping bags in a big roughneck box in one of my storage closets. When you are storing a sleeping bag, store it in the storage bag. Never keep it in a compression sack, or it will lose its loft. You'll get cold spots, especially with the down bag. Anyways, treat your sleeping bag well. You'll see later in this video, it can save your life. Okay, so this is just a flimsy little sleeping bag. All you do, and you will be amazed, you saw the original bag. The reason I'm demonstrating this is basic camping. There are a lot of bushcrafters already know about this trick, but if you're new to it, I'm gonna stuff it in here real good. If you're new, this is actually quite a valuable piece of equipment for 10 bucks. Some sleeping bags actually come with a compression sack. Anyway, so there it is. I'll even it out a bit. All you do. Now this is the actual bag. We'll see what happens here. You just stuff it in. Don't worry about rolling it. Tighten down the cord lock. I like to put the string inside so it's not flapping around. That's just a preference. You don't have to get it totally snug, because the next step is the lid. Snaps on. Now this is already a little bit smaller. Watch this. You start pulling these straps a little bit at a time and make sure there's nothing sticking over the lid. And you'll be surprised how small this is going to get. There, that's full. A lot of people are, well, why are you doing a video on compression sacks? Well, because I didn't use one for years. Ugh. Now you have something that will fit. Rather than running around with a blanket or one of those Mylar security blankets or something, this will fit in a small pack. It'll fit beautifully in the big monster backpack I carry. I've got an external frame. Thanks again to Wholesale Sports for that, especially Jesse and hang on, it's taking a minute. Well, Jesse and everyone else. Therese, for one. Hope you guys are enjoying Lethbridge. Okay, this could actually go a little bit more. No, it's stuck. So that goes down to about half the size of the original bag. And this is nice. This means if you don't have too much weight you're packing, now you can pack a decent tent, or you can pack a couple of tarps along with it. By the way, I tend to like the $5 nylon blue or green tarps. I've actually looked at some of the other ones. The nylon ones, especially the sill nylon ones, and those are decent sized tarp. They're very light, but they're 110 bucks up here, so there's other things I have to get. Now I'm going to show you even more fun with compression sacks in a moment. Okay. Now you've seen the little guy. One thing I forgot to do on this is I'll often take the storage bag and pack it in the bottom of this. We won't do that with this one because this is going right back into the storage bag right away. Like I said, very handy, very lightweight. You don't have to be like these guys who pack a wool blanket or anything. I know you can get the little survival bags, but they are sweat machines. Now this is a different animal altogether. Imagine putting this in your pack or outside your pack. I know because I've done it, and this is a beastie. This is actually my winter weight bag. This is an Infinity Sports Ponderosa 380, bought in 1998, I believe. So yeah, it's almost 20 years old. It has served me very well. It's actually a -6 Celsius bag. So I think about -28 Fahrenheit. But the truth is, with proper shelter, I've had this bag once keep me warm down to -15 with a very unexpected cold snap. Now these, basically the better the rating, the bigger they are. This is not a 6-pound bag, but it is 3 or 4 pounds. It is one of the best designed bags I've ever seen. Unfortunately, I think this is one of the pieces of gear that I absolutely love that they don't make anymore. I ought to do a video on things that they don't make anymore. But that's, like I said, that's another video. I like the color of this. Red's one of my favorite colors. Even more than blaze orange or camo. But this is a big bag, and it's a mummy bag. This is a very big bag. Let's see what happens. It's coming to full loft as I'm speaking, which is going to be fun because it's going to block me right out. Okay. So both these compression sacks, by the way, are North 49. They're just simple compression sacks that are made by the world famous company. It also makes my favorite hat, which is the boonie hat you've seen. That's a Misty Mountain hat. They own that brand as well. This could take a couple of minutes. But again, these type of bags, you don't need to roll up a sleeping bag so much anymore, especially the better bags. They're used to being stuffed rather than rolled. In fact, with a lot of these now, you won't find strings or straps. You get a little bit of compression there. Sorry this is under the table, but it's necessary right now. And you did see I put the storage bag at the bottom of it this time. So, all you do is just keep pushing it in. And this is the bag. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could strap this as is outside your packet, but it's a big bag. That is one of the problems with backpacking, whether you've got an external or an internal frame pack. It's not so much the weight, it's the balance. So do the clips up here and Personally, without a really good outer sack, I don't want my sleeping bag sitting outside exposed to the elements because it can get very wet. So let's get this one going. We'll see. Sometimes you got to give it a bit of a hug. There we go. The main idea is not to do one of them too tight at any time, and also if you get any big bulgy bits here, push them in. Yeah, there we go. And on the bottom, this is getting to where I want it to be. Now you don't want to overstress this too much. Compression sacks are built very well. You can even get ones with one-way air valves in them that are even nicer than this, but they're in the $40 or $50 range. And if it feels like it's not going to go anymore, don't force it. Nothing worse than having one of these 4 straps break off on you. So there we go. I'm just going to tuck the straps in. It's a little trick some folks don't do. They leave them hanging. I don't like stuff hanging around in my pack that can catch on things. Okay. So, almost done. There. That in. Now that's going to fit inside your pack. Going to give you a lot more room for other things like a decent tent versus a tarp. I like to camp in comfort to an extent. I usually tend to carry a lot of gear, but I also like to carry good gear. This is actually a really good compression sack. So look at that. You saw the original, which was like so. This is down to half the size. This will now fit in the bottom of my pack, and it will also have room for a tarp or some other pieces of gear. So there we go. The humble compression sack. If you know about these and you've already used them, well, I apologize for taking up your time. If you are not familiar with them, it's a good idea. This was 10 bucks. This was 13. You can get them in all different sizes. You can even get really small ones to put a jacket or something in, and it'll compress up to like that big, the size of a big softball. It's good. It's good to keep lightweight gear in your pack, and as much as you can, as much as you need. Now, the sleeping bag for me is a necessity. This actually now gives me room. I'm a big guy. I can carry a lot of gear. But this actually gives me room, space-wise, in the pack to carry a lot of stuff. Now, it wouldn't be a complete video unless I showed you how quickly these things come apart and stow. So here we go. I'm just doing this because I got to put them away anyways. I'm going to put them back in the storage bags. Like I said earlier, all you do is loosen these. Again, a little bit at a time. And believe me, the compressed bag will do most of the work. Just make sure you don't force it. There is nothing worse on one of these than a broken strap, because to get one of those repaired is almost as much as the bag itself. And I am not, see, there's our original bag size. It's already lofting up. I am not a fan of the throwaway culture. If you've noticed, some of my gear is 20 or 25 years old. If you have good gear, treat it well. But there we go. It's already coming up to loft. And you just simply grab the strap, and pull. Yeah. The stuff sack is really good for storage. You can also get big ones that hang up It's especially good if you have expensive downfill bags. But these guys work. These guys work great. It's one of the neat things about the compression sack is that it actually compresses on its own. Now I could take this, slip it in here, wrap it up, and it's ready for storage. I would do that, but there's another way to do it. These actually come, the top flap is actually a pocket. So watch how quick the compression sack compresses. So all you do, you can manhandle it in there. There's a little Velcro tab. There we go. It's done. What I like to do for storage is mine will often have a little string or strap on the bottom. Just like so. I like to keep them together. I throw these in a roughneck box so they're not compressed, so they're actually just like this, and they are great. So there you go. Thanks for watching another video from Alberta Bushcrafter. My name's Dean. Like I said, this is a common piece of gear, but not a lot of people necessarily know how to use it, so I figured I'd do a video on it. I want to thank everyone for watching. Take care. Good day.